All right, everybody, welcome to the call. This is Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads, and we're going to be going through social media mastery, and we're going to talk about how to generate, I'm telling you, at least between 20 and 100 leads this week. We're going to generate listing leads, listings, buyers, buyer leads for the week of November 4th through the 9th. And before we get started getting into the account, just real quickly, just for a couple of minutes here, what does Listings to Leads have for you in your Listings to Leads account? We've got 100 plus social media and lead gen engagement funnels ready to launch. We've got pre-written daily social media posts, ads, and video scripts. We got content that's going to update, educate, and fascinate your audience. Proven daily content calendar and schedule for the entire year. Automated call to actions and lead capture behind your content. And this is so key, right? So many agents do marketing, but they don't do lead generation. They don't have call to actions in their marketing. And there's so many ways I see agents leaking leads. It's crazy. And there are free and paid options to generate leads. Now, one of the things I want to really stress this with everybody is consistency is absolutely critical to growing your business. So when you can generate a measly 20 buyer leads a week, 10 seller leads a week. And if you do that for 12 weeks, you will probably start getting a listing a week. You'll probably start getting a transaction a week. If you can measly, like if you're generating 20 buyer leads and 10 seller leads a week with Listings to Lead, you're not even barely trying. That's an absolute minimum. And you can see here, as you do that, and as it compounds, within 12 weeks, even if you start with zero, you're going to have 240 buyer leads, 120 seller leads. Even if half of them are awful and no good, you're going to start doing pretty good yourself. All right. So please keep in mind the idea of don't take a week off. With Listings to Lead, you can get done with everything you need to for the week in literally like about a half an hour. It's not that difficult. So just two more slides here that are really critical. One is marketing listings for sale. And if you can do an open house every week, you are going to be absolutely killing it. So marketing a listing, yours or borrowed, gets the most views, clicks, and leads with phone numbers for your money. Fastest way to grow your database. There's going to be seller leads in there as well, which is awesome. And you could literally and easily get between 300 and 600 people in your database in just a couple of months. I talked about 20 leads, 20 buyer leads, 10 seller leads a week. That's only 30 leads a week. What is that? 30, 120, 240 would be the absolute bare minimum, but you can easily get 300 to 600 people in your database in 60 days. There's consistently and constantly this low hanging fruit, right? But again, when you're inconsistent, when you're just generating a couple of leads a day here and there, you're never going to find that low hanging fruit. All right. You got to keep these leads coming in. Also, after doing this now for a decade, I can tell you, I just saw this yesterday again, leads get cheaper and better with consistency. They just do. I see it in the stats. I see it in the reports. They get cheaper and better with consistency. And part of that is because the algorithm just gets better. Imagine the algorithm as a machine. And when you keep that machine running and you keep it maintained, it just works better for you. When you stop and start and you put it in the garage and you put it in the attic for a month or a couple of weeks and you bring it back out, and you got to relearn how to start it all up again. You got to get it going again. You got to get it going from 0 to 60 again, right? We could have just stayed at 60 and it would have been a lot easier. Now, the number 2 thing every single week is marketing a pending or sold listing, yours or borrowed. We got the training in this. I'll make sure I give you the link in this call today. But marketing pending or sold listings is the best way to engage soon to be home sellers with information they're likely not getting anywhere else. It allows you to tell a story, right? If it was your listing, if it was your pending or sold listing, you can tell a story about how you got the property sold, how you found the buyer, right? What did you do to get the property sold? And even if it's not your listing, I've got some tips for you on how you can tell a story even if it's not your pending or sold listing. It's also the best quality seller leads for the money. Definitely the best seller leads for the money. Again, even when it's not your pending or sold listing. And for some of you, I'm telling you, when you get into this strategy, and I've had people do this. In fact, I just had a client tell me the other day, they got a listing from doing the just sold marketing. But eventually you could get to the point where you're doing some marketing for every single pending or sold listing in your area. So that's from that. I'm going to give you this link real quickly here. It's a little bit of an aside, but the thing about this post here, the top 7 ways to get listings after your open house. So if you had an open house this weekend in particular, I want you to make sure that you all take this right here. Take a look at it a little bit later. Get into the mastermind group if you need to. Ask any questions. I just dropped that link into the GoToWebinar question widget in the GoToWebinar. If you open up that dialog box there, there's a section there called questions. And I just put this link in there. If you're watching the recording, you can just go to the mastermind group and use the search feature for the top 7 ways, and you'll come up with this post. But when you get to the mastermind group here, the search feature is over here on the right-hand side, right below the banner. You'll see the search icon. You can click on it and type in top 7 ways. And let's see if that does come up. Boom, there you go. Top 7 ways to get listings after your open house. If you did not have an open house this past weekend, I would highly recommend that you get an open house for next weekend. Follow our training. You're going to kick it out of the ballpark. Absolutely awesome. So take a look at that post. If you have any questions that a little bit later, let me know. The next thing I want to mention is the new marketing pack from Listings to Leads for your social media and database. And this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait. We got so many great things coming here. We're going to be doing short form videos for the PDF guides. We got some really funny ones coming as well. And so these videos and images are now in Listings to Leads for you to use. And I'll just show you a couple of examples here. Here's one of them on TikTok. And so this one is for the pending home sales report from NAR. There's actually a poll, which on mobile, you'll see the poll. Nobody looks at TikTok on desktop. So on desktop, I don't know why that poll doesn't show up. There is YouTube Shorts you can put it on, and Instagram Reels. And I got all the training that walks you through this. Give me a yes or no if you've seen this in the mastermind group. Instagram Story. So this was one that we did earlier last week about the Case-Shiller Index. It has a poll. This is the pending home sales report. And it also has a poll right afterwards. So let me know in the question box, have you guys seen this yet, or have you not seen this yet in Listings to Leads? So with that, let's go to listingstoleads.com. Go ahead and log into your account. Everything I'm going to show you, you can do with the free trial. So if you're not a client, sign up for a free trial. When you log in, you're going to be on the dashboard. And real quickly here, I'm going to drop this link because this is the training post for this section. And I'm going to drop this into the GoToWebinar control panel. Again, this is also in the mastermind group. But when you log into Listings to Leads, to get to all of that stuff, right here, the media library, click on it. It'll open up here, and notice these are images and then there's videos. So I'll come back to the videos in a second. So all the images are right here. You can see here the email banner for pending home sales, another image there. This is for Instagram, another Instagram. If I go to videos, you're going to see the video for Instagram and YouTube. This is a video to do a poll with. We got a TikTok version as well. So all of this stuff is right here for you to use. If I click on it, you'll see the video here. If you have trouble downloading the videos in particular, get in the mastermind group. You can request for one of us to send it to you, and we can message this to you via social media. I know some of the people are having a hard time downloading the video. We're working on that. By tomorrow, this should be straightforward for downloading the videos. So if you need the video, let us know and we'll make sure that we get that video to you so you can use that on all of your socials. All again, right there. So you can see here's the one for the Case-Shiller, and then we got the 3 here for the pending home sales. And we're going to be coming out with these marketing packs for the PDF guides, for the different landing pages. We got some really funny ones as well coming up. I can't wait to show you guys some of those. Some of the more humorous ones. We got one. Have you guys seen the video of the 4x4 in the desert when it jumps over the sand dune and it keeps going for 5 miles and it goes like 3 miles into the air, shoots forward about 5, looks like it goes just forever, right? And you can tell it's not going to be a good result when that thing hits. Then Sophie got a really funny one coming out with using that one. So we're going to be using different kind of cool things in social media that we're going to be dropping for you guys. So get to know this section because you're going to see more of these coming out for you to use on your social media. So if there's any questions on that, let me know. And if you have any feedback, let us know as well. But again, all of that is in the media library. And again, you'll see the images that you can use and the videos. Now, this is not a call for the database marketing, but when you go to the dashboard, because I mentioned earlier that these new marketing packs are for social media and your database. When you are on the dashboard, if you scroll down right below active and pending listings, you're going to see the database email. And you're going to see here, we've got emails for your database. So you can send these out via Listings to Leads or your own CRM. So you're going to see all of these here. We do have an email that I highly recommend that you send out today if you haven't. It's just a nice little fun email. It's called the Top 10 Interesting Dates in November. I sent this out already, but it's just a really cool email that you can send to your database. And it just goes through some of the dates of the month that are fun that they may not have known about. But National Cappuccino Day coming up, Veterans Day, the full moon. This month, it's the Beaver Moon, which is named for the time when the beavers prepare for winter. Indigenous tribes and early settlers would set traps. Oh, interesting. So that was the moon that kind of signified winter was coming. Ooh, National Cake Day. That's a bad time for National Cake Day, 2 days before Thanksgiving. That's funny. But anyway, that's a great, it's just meant to be a little fun email to send to your database and let them know what's going on. So check that out a little bit later if you want to. But let's head over to the marketing calendar. And you're going to see here for the week of November 4th through the 8th, Monday through Friday. We're going to talk about marketing listings, right? We talked about that in the presentation at the start of this call. We're going to generate some really great leads. We're going to fill up our database there. Again, yours or borrowed. And keep in mind, some of these leads have a home to sell. I hear about this all the time from people. At least once a week or two, somebody will come to me via email, messenger, or whatever it is, and they'll talk about how they generated a lead. They talk to them, and they come to find out they have to sell their home as well. So absolutely awesome. They're also going to talk about marketing the pending and sold listing, as I mentioned as well, yours or borrowed. Again, the best way to generate listings. We're also then going to talk about the PDF guide that we're going to market. We alternate the guides every week, right? You have 80 guides in your Listings to Leads account for sellers and buyers, homeowners, home sellers, and home buyers. And so we alternate them every week. This week's guide is going to be Secrets to Selling Your Home Fast. That's an awesome one. I've had some really good feedback from people on that one. So we're going to talk about how to get that out on social media. Thursday, we're doing the home value. So you can see here also on Thursday, every week, we have a different targeted seller message. So we go from iBuyer cash offer to home value estimates to FSBO to 100-point home marketing plan. We got the dedicated cash offer landing page coming soon as well. So this week we're going to be doing, again, home value estimate. We're going to be giving out the message, what is your home worth? Or to the people in our database that have previously been a seller lead, we will automatically send them their home value estimate update for the month. And then on Friday, we're going to go through all of this today, but we're going to set it up for Friday to talk about how to go after expireds. We've got the most amazing 26-page branded expired marketing plan. Have you guys seen that expired marketing plan yet? If you haven't, it's absolutely awesome. It is so amazing. So with that said, let's click on listing marketing. You're going to see they've got a checklist. There is a guide, and then you can go to the listings. So if I click download checklist, we'll try to make this as straightforward and easy as possible for you. Now, a lot of this is updated. A lot of it takes a few seconds to do. So it may seem like there's a lot of great things on this list here that could be overwhelming, but it's literally so easy. So for the listings this week, we're going to talk about doing the Facebook ads, the social media post for the seller, if you're a listing agent. And then we're going to talk about doing a short form video. I highly recommend printing the checklist so that you can keep it next to you and make sure that you go through it and check every one of these that you're going to be doing. And really, hopefully you're going to do most of them as appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. I've already printed it up in the past. Next up, you'll see there's a step-by-step guide for all of these. Again, if I click view, and again, this is for your or a borrowed listing. Please do not slough this off, right? Not do it because you're scared to ask an agent to borrow a listing of theirs to market, right? Talk to your broker if you need to about how to borrow a listing, but please do not miss this. So pick the status that you're going to do this week. I'm going to do an open house. So click open house. And then you'll see a dedicated page to that status. You'll see a little overview video here. That's just like a quick 1 minute, 23-second video that just walks through like quick overview. We've got the webinar. So this is a dedicated webinar about open houses. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see a write-up, what to do pre-open house. We have little videos from our clients talking about how they use the tool, right? So we go through every item on that checklist. Here's another little video from a client, right? It's fun to listen to clients talk and what they're doing with the stuff. So that is there. And also remember, for open house, do not skip open house mastery. This is the training that will walk you through how to set up the open house so that you get the most conversion of people that come through to listings and buyers. So open house marketing that we'll talk about today, that's what we do to generate all the leads pre-open house and we get ready for the open house. But this walks you through how to get ready for the actual open house and what to do during the open house and even after the open house to get more listings and more buyers. So it's a great supplement because it's not lead generation in the sense of like marketing coming soon, just listed or active listing. Open houses have another level to them, right? Because it's an event. And so we want to turn that open house. We don't want you to be doing an open house like every other agent. If you do the standard open house, you're going to be forgotten in the sea of bland agents that permeate throughout the industry. You don't want to be that agent. You don't want to be vanilla. You want to be that triple sundae with the sprinkles and the cherry. You want to be that thing. You want to be that agent that people don't forget. And if you take our open house mastery, you are going to be that agent that nobody ever forgets. So anyways, that's the step-by-step guide information. And then to the right here, market listings. I'm going to click on view. This will take me to my listings and here's my open house. And I got a few more as well. I will click the green market listing button. And again, we got that overview video and access to all those tools here. But I'm going to click on Facebook and Instagram ads. And now this will work the same if it's yours or borrowed. There's no difference in how a Facebook ad works. And it literally takes 5 seconds. Confirm the location. If you need to edit anything, you can. You don't need to. I recommend you don't touch anything if you're new or newer to the system, because we got all this set up. We've been doing this for a decade. So I got location autofilled. I got special housing ad category. I got a lifetime budget of $35. All of this is editable. I'm going to run the ad for 1 week starting today. I can change the image or video if I need to. I got some advanced options, which you really don't need to worry about. Click create ad. You'll notice I didn't touch anything. All I did was I looked at that short little list. I confirmed everything was good, and I clicked the green button. That's all you have to do. Last week, I didn't check today, but last week, the leads were coming in for $2 and something cents a lead on average. So here you can see now, it was literally that fast. Let me show what an ad looks like, because this will be a Facebook lead ad. So here's a preview of that ad. I can click the blue show ad button. If I scroll down, one post, usually it's the post that you're looking for will be one down. So here's my open house post. People click the image. What is your time frame to buy? Your ad will look and do the exact same thing. I'll just say I'm just dreaming, and that's totally awesome. There's name, there's email, there's phone number. Boom, click continue. You will get the lead with name, email, phone number, and purchase time frame, and they will get to your single property website. So you have got the phenomenal. That was so easy, right? That was literally the easiest thing in the world to do. Next up, you're going to do is a social media post. And so here's my post. Now, if you got this set up to automatically happen, then it's probably already posted, and you'll see that information here right at the top. It says auto posted on, and it'll tell you the date and time that it was auto posted. If you see it was like just auto posted earlier in the day or yesterday, then you're fine. But if you need to repost it, you can either click schedule or post now. So schedule or post now, and it'll go to Facebook, Instagram, Google, LinkedIn, and X. So you have options for all of those platforms. I highly recommend that you do all of them. The post will look something like this, or however it is that you got yours. And people click the post, and instead of having a lead form come up, this time they're going to go directly to your single property website. The ad is going to get in front of all the people that don't know you, that have never heard of you, that are some of them that we'll see are in your audience, but maybe haven't engaged a lot with you. The post to your social media, that will be seen by people that are connected to your group or page. So you want to do both, right? So do the ad and the post. And now if it's your listing, if you are the listing agent, there's another tool, it's called Share on Seller Social Media. And this is amazing. You definitely want to make sure that you're doing this one as well. So you want to get this to the seller for them to put on their Facebook page, because this will then get seen by all of their friends. Their friends are going to like it, comment, they're going to click through, they're going to get to the single property website. They're going to start becoming leads. We've had clients generate dozens, like literally dozens of leads from this, get listings from this, get buyers from this, because the seller's sphere of influence, they know the seller, and the seller, when they put that on their page, is essentially referring you to everybody they know via social media. So it's just as good, it's almost as good as a review. In fact, it's better than getting a review, because this is something that they are putting in front of everybody they know. There's an associated email that goes with it, but we'll talk about that later. But to get that to the seller, just click send a seller. This is going to pop up, and you're going to see where you can put in their email address and their name, and click send. That will send an email. It's going to come from your email address. So they're going to think you sent it to them. You're going to get CC'd on that as well. And what I highly recommend that you do when that happens is you call the seller up and you say something like, "Hey, Rod, this is Scott, and I want to let you know that we're doing a lot of great marketing for your property. I just did a Facebook ad that will be live in a few minutes. We got some social media posts out. We have a lot of other things that we're going to be doing here. But I sent you something to put on your Facebook page, because in this changing market, you likely know somebody who knows somebody that's looking to buy in the area. and I don't want to leave any stones unturned. Does that make any sense? Everybody get how amazing that is? So get that to the seller. This is one of those things that some people think it's weird or whatever, but I'm telling you, sellers love it. I've had clients even tell me, A, they've had sellers ask for something they could put on social media, and B, right, even if they didn't know about this, but when the seller sent it to them, they absolutely love it. They love the strategy of it. They love how it looks, and they love when their friends comment how great it looks. Right? How cool is that? Can you imagine? You got great photography. You got the beautiful single property website from Listings to Leads with all the great information in there. Got this on the seller's page. People click through the post. They're at your single property website, right? It looks beautiful. I got my property video here. So if you got video, if you got 3D tours, your professional photos, all of that should be in the Listings to Leads single property website. And look at this. So many amazing ways for their friends to engage with you. And this is the same with the Facebook ad, your social media post, right? Everybody lands here and they got all these great engagement opportunities to get more information, whether they want to get your 100-point home marketing plan, they want to get a home value, they want to download a PDF guide, right? And this is what's so amazing, because when you're marketing that listing for sale, right? When you're marketing the open house, or you're coming soon, or you just listed, yours or borrowed, you're going to get homeowners that are thinking about selling, clicking the ad, clicking the post, clicking on the seller's post, and they get here and they can download a PDF guide. For example, 25 factors that impact your home value. They click on it. Do you own a home? Yes, I do. Do you need to sell before buying? Yes or no, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yes, boom. Now you're generating leads from the content that is in the single property website from Listings to Leads automatically. We got school information, we got walk score, got all my client reviews, all my other listings. So they can click here to see another listing and hang out within my marketing funnel. How amazing is this? And notice what I do here. When the property is pending, I change things around. In fact, I should really take out some of this description, because what I do when a property goes pending, I put in this part about thinking about selling your home. Because I know my pending and my sold listings are going to get more people clicking on them, or more homeowners, I should say, clicking on them. And so I always want to make sure that my single property websites from or for my pending and sold listings speak to that audience, right? It's about knowing your audience. And so if I know I'm going to market my pending, I'm going to market a sold listing, again, mine or borrowed, I'm going to change it up just a little bit like that. And that way, those homeowners have something that speaks to them specifically. So I just put that link into the GoToWebinar control panel for you if you want to take a look at that a little bit later. But get that to the seller, make the quick phone call, have a quick conversation with them. And I'm telling you, they're going to love that conversation as well. When you hang up with them after that, they're going to be thinking, man, Scott is so awesome, right? He's got the ad out, he told me, he's got the post, he's got the other things, right? You might want to mention that it's on Zillow, it's on Realtor.com, so that they're even more excited. And then they're going to get that on their Facebook page, and they're going to feel good about it. Their friends are going to love it, and you're going to get more business from it. So if you're not the listing agent, then you won't have the option to use that tool. And the last thing here is the short form video script. So the short form video script right here, this is also free to use to record, obviously, an Instagram reel. You could do a short, YouTube short. You could put it on Facebook, TikTok. You can use it in so many different ways. So this script right here, what you want to do is click send it to yourself. When you open up that email, in fact, let me just show you here real quickly. I got that email on my other monitor. Let me just pop it out. Here's the email that was just sent to me. And so these green buttons at the top, we'll go to the teleprompter apps if you need it and you want to download it and use the teleprompter app. There's a free version and then a paid version. And then the blue button from your laptop, desktop, or phone, you can click on that blue button and it will open up the training. Here's what it opened up. And if you click on that video, it's going to open up to where I show you how to get that script into the app and use the app to record the video and get that video out on social media. So you want to make sure you're using the script, because this will get you 3 to 5x the number of views and engagement of a normal post. So all of this works together, all right? Because no matter which one they interact with, they're going to be, if they interact with any of it, right? So you got a video, you got an ad, you got a post. When they start clicking and interacting with it, they're going to start seeing more of your stuff. So when you got more hooks in the water, especially this one, you're going to get more business. You're going to get more people into your audience. You're going to get a lot more visibility, and a lot more people are going to know who you are. So they might see your ad first, and then they look at it, or the video or the post, and then they start seeing more of your stuff. So get that video done. In fact, I recommend, even if you're like how I was in the past, right? I tell you, I really resisted doing video for so long. I don't need to do it. I don't want to do it. Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm telling you, man, I'm seeing the short videos absolutely crush it. So do the video, and you're going to find out, maybe you're new to doing this kind of video. You're going to get better within a couple of weeks, and you're going to be like, wow, right? The first couple of days suck. It's hard. It's going to take you an hour to get it done because it's the first time or first few times you've ever done it. But within about 2 weeks or even quicker, you're going to realize, man, this is quick. You're going to get it done. You'll get to the point where you start getting this done in either the first or second try. Oftentimes now I get my videos done the first time through, whereas maybe even a month ago, I wasn't doing that at all. It would take me an hour to get something done. Now I'm done in 5 minutes. So get these videos. These videos, they're free. They get a ton of views. And the longer and the more you do it, the more results you're going to get. So any questions on this should all get done today. And if you got an open house this weekend, really get that started today. Don't wait till Thursday to start marketing the open house. Now, if you want to, maybe don't put it in the MLS until Thursday or Friday, right, for the open house, but start marketing it today and listings to leads. So again, we got the ad, the post, the seller post, and the video script. Next up, coming back to the marketing calendar, I'm going to just scroll down and I'm going to see tomorrow we're going to be doing a sold or pending listing. And again, there's a checklist. There is the guide, and then we got market listings. I'm going to forego the checklist and the guide and just click on market listings. That'll take me right to my pending and sold. If you don't have one, let me give you the link. The number one thing I would do every week. And again, if you're watching this video on recording, you're not live, go to the mastermind group and just type in the number one thing, right? If you type into the search bar here, the number one thing, you're going to find this post. And so go ahead and let me put this into the GoToWebinar control panel for everybody that's live. You can have this link, go ahead and click on it, make sure you come right back into the webinar. But in this post, I walk you through how to borrow or market your pending or so right here. What's the number one thing I would do every week to generate quality seller leads at a great price to start getting a listing a week? And that would be market a pending or sold listing, mine or borrowed with listings to leads. So boom, there you go. All of that training is right there. So here I am back in listings to leads on my dashboard, looking at my pending and sold listings. And I'm going to pick I'll pick a sold listing that I borrowed. So sold listing that I borrowed. So yours or borrowed, click on market listing. And again, there's the overview. I've got the Facebook ad right here. So I'm going to do this Facebook ad to launch tomorrow and run for 1 week. So again, just like before, I'm going to confirm the location. I got my 15-mile radius for special housing ad category. I got a lifetime budget for $50. So for seller lead, this is a seller lead, it bumps up to $50. It's a little bit more expensive for seller lead. Don't ask me why, it just is. I'm going to change the start date to the 5th. And so I'll change the end date to the 12th. Now, I mentioned earlier for the regular listings to not change anything. If the listing is pending or sold, you might want to add a little bit of verbiage in here. So notice I got another home. Now, when you look at the training on the pending sold, and when you borrow a pending or sold listing, you'll know we changed the street number to another home. Instead of saying 786 Douglas, we'll say another home on Douglas Boulevard. So for pending or sold, you can add a little bit of more information to it, right? Don't go overboard. And you can test this. If you want to test more of a long form version of this, you could, but I recommend typically to keep it short. So I'm going to add here sold for 7,000. So notice, even though it's not my listing, I can see the sold price and I can look it up on Zillow. And if it's my listing, obviously this is easy to do, but I can see, even if it's not my listing, that it sold for $7,900 over the Zillow's estimate. And I can also see that it sold in 43 days in the MLS. So it's a great little, and this is what I was talking about earlier, when you can share information with people that they otherwise likely would not have known about, right? The average person in your area is not going to know. They probably didn't even know it sold. They certainly probably didn't know that it sold over the Zillow's estimate, and they likely didn't know how long it took to sell. So if it took 90 days or 175 days, I'm not going to add that to it. I might add something else, right? If it was my listing, I could add with multi offers, right? Whatever's appropriate. So it's just to add a little bit of color. Right? When you think about sports, you always got the guy who's just doing more of the straight up play by play, but then you got the person that's also doing the more of the interesting facts about the player, about the game, about the whatever it is that's going on, to give a little more context to what the first person is talking about. And that's what this is right here. So the play by play person, that would be another home on Douglas Boulevard just sold. The color analyst is the 7,900 over the Zillow's estimate with multiple offers part. So does everybody see how that works? And if you want to try out doing a more of a long form paragraph or doing a couple of paragraphs even, try it out. But I think in the beginning, especially whether it's a pending or sold, yours or borrowed, just keep it a little bit short so people can see it. Because again, I always go back to the 3-second rule. If you don't hook them in 3 seconds and they can't get to the call to action super quick, you're going to lose them. So we want to be powerful up front, right? We want to hook them up front and then make sure they can get to the call to action, which is the third line, almost immediately as well. So we got the hook, another home on, right? Sold. We make it relevant, right? Your home value has been affected by that home being sold or now pending. And then we tell them what we want them to do. Now, the only other difference with a pending or sold listing, right? A is $50 instead of 35. B, you can edit it briefly related to pending or sold. And the third thing that's different is you can use a custom audience. So if you got a custom audience, it could be a database. It could be a list that you bought from MyPlus Leads or Remine or RedX, right? So if you got a custom audience from your title company, right? So if you got a CSV file of all the homeowners in your area, you can upload that into Listings to Leads, and we will send that to Facebook, create a custom audience from it, and then get that live for you. Now, keep in mind, custom audiences can be a little bit of a double-edged sword. If the data is not good, then the results won't be good. Also, it can take a little bit for that custom audience to really kick in, because what happens is, let's just say you have a custom audience of 1,000 people. 1,000 seems like a lot, but it's really not in the scheme of things. And even 5,000, right? So you can upload a custom audience of 10,000 or more even. But it can take Facebook a little bit to start hitting those people, finding similar people that also match those people's profile, and really getting it out there. But nonetheless, you got the option right there. And again, click create ad. So between editing the post and adding your custom audiences, that should literally take maybe an extra 30 seconds. So I got the ad out, and real quickly, let me show you what the ad looks like, just so you can see what the sold ad looks like. I'll click on show ad. And so here's the ad for the sold listing that I borrowed. People click it, and notice here it says, what is your time frame to sell? That's automatic. I didn't have to do anything. There was no setup for that. Same with you. So here we change from just dreaming to just thinking. You got all the other options there as well. And people click continue, name, email, phone number, hit continue. Boom, boom. They're going to get to the single property website. You got the lead. Everything is awesome. Next up, we're going to do the social media post. So again, I can see that already auto posted. So there's nothing I need to do, but I can connect more accounts if I need to. I can schedule this post. I can say, let's schedule that for tomorrow. Because you don't want to, you could do everything to go out today, but then that you're not getting that. You want more of that drip versus a waterfall. So click schedule for that to go out tomorrow. And again, just like the ad, people click it, they're going to go to the single property website, just like we saw before. We got the seller social media. So you can see here, this is not active for me because this is not my listing. So I do not have access to that. But if it is your pending or your sold listing, wow, that is really the best. Those are the best ones, because now the seller's friends and family they see the writing is on the wall, right? There's an offer, right? Our friend just got an offer on the property, right? And if any of their friends are thinking about selling, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to message the seller and they're going to ask what's going on. They're going to click the post. They're going to get to your single property website. And as we saw, they can access your 100-point home marketing plan. They can get a home value, and they can download the PDF guides and start learning about the home selling process. Absolutely amazing. So get that to the seller. That is like free leads. And then lastly here, short form video script. This does change at every status. So every listing status, coming soon, just listed, active, open house, pending, just sold, these change. So I want to do a video for the pending or sold listing, mine or borrowed, every single week. When you skip a week, you set yourself back in your business growth. So don't skip this. Yours or borrowed, get it done. So just like before, you're going to click send, get that to yourself, right? Get it into the app, or just paraphrase. When I do videos, I don't memorize the script. I just learn the script. I mumble it to myself for a little bit until I get comfortable with the order of things and how I'm saying it. Because some of these words, they may not roll off your tongue though as easily as they do somebody else. And that's what's crazy about all of this stuff is there's no one size fits, but what there is, there's best practices. And so this is a best practice. Get the video done. Get it up on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere else that you can. Get that video out there. And again, make sure I would just set up everything to go out for Tuesday. Monday is my listing. That's for sale, mine or borrowed. Tuesday is sold or pending. Wednesday, PDF guide for the seller this week. Click on it. Again, here's the checklist. Here's the guide. And here, I'll click view. Notice how it takes me right to the marketing tools for that guide. Now, doing an ad for a listing that's for sale, doing the ad for the pending or sold, I would say those are required. $85 every week you should be doing on those two ads by default. I've got people that do $100 a week. They do $200 a week on one ad because, and it's not in the beginning. In the beginning, they didn't do that, but over time, because their leads keep getting better, they keep getting cheaper. And the people that want this strategy, they just want everybody in their area, in their database. And that is so smart, because if I can get you into my database before somebody else does, with the way we do our database mastery, you're going to close more of them. So the first goal is to get them into the account, get them into your database. The second step is our database mastery call, which is on tomorrow, Tuesday, for a reason. That's when we start converting them. So again, you got the ad. Now, the only difference here for the PDF guide is you do have to type in the location. Easy. And now this is going to be optional. You may not have the budget to spend $135 a week. If you don't, then don't worry about this at all. So this ad is optional, but you'll see here, start and end date, just like before. So if I'm going to do this ad, I'll start it for the 6th and I'll change the end date to the 13th. See how easy that is? And I can also change the time. Again, I can retarget, because this is for seller leads. I will use my custom audience. If you don't have a custom audience, do not worry about it. You do not need to have custom audiences to generate listings. It's great if you do, right? Awesome. But do not skip this just because I don't have a custom audience. Trust me, Facebook is pretty darn good if you're consistent. Right now, yeah, see, this is the thing. If you're inconsistent, you're doing the ads the first week of the month, third week of the month, you skip a couple of more weeks, you do another ad at some point, Facebook doesn't know what the hell's going on, right? But when you do it every single week, I'm telling you, it doesn't even take that long. Your leads are going to get cheaper, and you're going to find that more of them are better leads. Or you get a hold of more of them, you're going to get better phone numbers, you're going to get better emails, and it's going to be just a better thing all the way around. We do have Google ads. So we don't do Google ads for listings. They don't work for listings, but they do work for the PDF guides. I've had clients get listings from these PDF guides on Google. Google is expensive. You're going to be spending 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks a day minimum. Notice we go to 50 bucks a day by default. The lowest I would ever take that to is 20 bucks a day. So I'll change mine to 30, and I'll just say do Wednesday to Wednesday, just like the Facebook ad. We've got advanced options, which again, 95% of you don't need to worry about advanced options. Just click create ad. And that is how easy a Google ad is with listings to leads. It doesn't get much better than that. It does not get much better than that. I don't think there's an easier way to do Google ads than listings to leads. Social media post. So here's my social media post for this guide. Secrets of selling your home fast. And again, I can change everything I want to. I can see all my socials, and I can either click post now or schedule. So I'm going to schedule this one to go out on Wednesday. Again, I want to drip. I don't want all of this to post right now, right? That's too much. And within 2 days, no one's going to see any of it. So that's why I just want to do some for Monday, my listing, Tuesday, the pending sold, Wednesday, the guide, right? So click schedule, and that will post on that day. There is a short form video script. Get this done. Oh my God, this is the kind of stuff that can make the difference in your business. So get this video done. It's an awesome video. Click send, right? It's going to be your email. If you're an assistant or a VA, you can change that email to your agent's email. Make sure they get it. And if you're the assistant, I would call them up and I'd say, if you don't get that video done in the next 2 hours, I'm quitting. If you're a VA or assistant, you want to work with a top agent that's bringing in business, help them make sure they get this done. All right. So we did social media ad optional, Google ad optional. We got the social media post scheduled for Wednesday, and we got the video script. Now, again, keep in mind, you can do the video today and just wait until Wednesday to post it. You can do the videos whenever you want, and then just on your calendar, just make sure that you post them on the appropriate day. Back to the marketing calendar. Thursday is home value estimate or update. And again, guide, marketing tools, landing pages. I'm going to go to the marketing tools. It drops me right on my free home values marketing pack. Now, here's a really cool thing. If you ever generate any seller leads with listings to leads, right, via the single property website, via the landing pages or whatever it is, they will be put on a monthly update to get their home value estimate sent to them. So the first week of every month, we're going to get an email from you with that current or the previous month's home value, whether updated home value estimate for their property. And it's going to have some other great call to actions in there for them to reach out and engage with you. So that'll happen automatically. But what we want to focus on is getting with social media, get new people and connect with current people via social media. So we have an ad, just like before. All I got to do is type in location. And now if you can swing this one, I would highly recommend doing it, but do the pending sold first, because those are actually cheaper. I don't want to say better, but they are. Right. I guess I will say it. But this is another great one, right? These usually come in between anywhere from 15 to 20 bucks a lead, right? Where it's pending and sold or between 10 to 15. These are $15 to $20 typically. But just like before, Folsom or add in the location, it'll be a lifetime budget of $50. Again, all that's editable. And we got the start and end date. So I'll say, you know what, if you're going to do this, I'll say start on Thursday and end the next Thursday, the 14th. And again, because it's a seller, I'm going to type in my custom audience as an option if you want to. Not required, not needed. It's nothing to wait on, right? Do not be one of those people that says, I will do this when I get to the custom audience, right? Don't do that. Do it and then worry about your custom audience for the next time. You do not need to have a custom audience to be successful. And just click create ad. To change the picture to make a more preferred area, can you give it the dimensions for the picture? I think we give you the dimensions. Let me see. And notice, right, I can have a video. All these ads, I don't know if I even mentioned it. You can do video, right? All those ads can be video if you want to do video. Kathy, are you talking about the landing page or for the ad itself? For the landing page, if you go to edit and then open editor right there, and let's see here. If I go to image, let me get that in there, but I'll do 1200 pixels wide. If you make sure that the image is, and support will change it for you. Worst case scenario, you can always send an image to support and say, I'm trying to upload this image, but it's too small. Could you please make it bigger? Our support team will literally edit the size of the image. And if you tell them the landing page, they'll even log in and upload it for you. Our support team is here to help. They're not here to just only tell you how to do things. Now, they may do that in the beginning, or you may ask them a question. They may tell you how to do it. But if you ask them something like this, hey, could you resize that and upload it for me? They'll actually do it for you. There's a little tip there for you. Marketing tools. Again, we got the ad, Google, we got the post. Make sure you do the post. Want to make sure we do that post. And notice you can actually turn on auto posting for this if you want to. I don't like to do that because I just like to come in here and I'll either schedule it for when I want it. So again, Thursday, 10 a.m., schedule. And now I got Monday through Thursday covered. I'm going to come back to the marketing calendar. And the last thing on the marketing calendar is, I apologize for being a little bit long today. I guess I wasn't watching my time. I'll be super quick. For expires. Oh my, this is so awesome. So we got the guide, the marketing tools. When you create, the expired landing pages are so awesome. Oh my God, they're so amazing. Here's the ad. Did not sell your home. Let me help. I'd like to offer you a free review of how to increase the market perception of your home value of your home. Click to get a free review on how we can help. This is another awesome ad that will target expireds. And again, if you got the budget, this is another great ad to run. So if you got the budget and you want to run this ad that targets expireds, and here's another thing I like about this ad is, imagine you're a homeowner in your area and you're on Facebook and you see this ad. What are you going to think? And I think, just follow me here. if I'm thinking about maybe selling my home at some point and I see this, I'm going to think you are the person that homeowners go to when they can't sell their home. So why would I go with another agent who might be one of those that can't sell my home people and just not go with you to start with? I want to get my home sold. And it sounds like you've got a program that actually helps homeowners who failed in the past to get it sold. I might just think to myself, why don't I just go with you to start and skip all the potential headache, potential failure? So this can be a really cool ad to run. Again, just type in your location. You got the special housing ad category, lifetime budget, $50, right? All of this should look pretty familiar at this point. And again, I'll schedule it for the 8th to the 15th, right? You don't have to retarget. Just click create ad. You got the same option for Google, right? And Google works the same as before as well. So here's the Google post. So again, expired listing marketing, how to sell my expired listing, sell your expired listings fast, location, right? Again, right? Google's expensive, great leads, awesome leads, because it's intent. 85% of the people, well, I may not say that number. I can't remember the number exactly, but what is it like? I think Google they still get a ton of traffic. And when people go to Google and they type in, maybe they are an expired homeowner, right? A homeowner of an expired listing, or maybe they're just looking for real estate related stuff. They find your Google ad, boom, right? Start date, Friday to Friday, right? So I'm gonna go 8th through the 15th, create ad. We've got the social media post as well. So you wanna make sure you get that done. And again, I'm gonna put that to post. I'm gonna click schedule right now and get that posted for Friday. So click schedule post, select date, Friday the 8th through 10:09 works for me. Click the green schedule button that will auto post on Friday. And then lastly for this section here is a short form video script. You've got short form video scripts for, I think, every day of the week. You got ads every day of the week. I want to make sure you do 2 of them. For the listing for sale, yours are borrowed. The pending or sold, yours are borrowed. You got the opportunity to do, or the option to do, the seller guide, secrets to selling your home fast. You've got back at the marketing calendar here for this week, we got the home value for Thursday, and we got expired for Friday. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention to you is if I go to listings, in fact, let me just bring this up, because this PDF guide right here is a 26-page guide that you can give to expired homeowners that walks through how to market their property. And what's even the most powerful thing about this is it is their home. Just like the listing presentations that you can create for your listing presentation, where you have the homeowner's home on every single image, you can do this for expireds as well. So I created this 26-page marketing plan for expired listings that is dedicated to this one home right here. And so when you start generating some expired leads, or if you get an expired home in your area and you're just like, I really want to get that listing, you can add it and create that automatically by going to add listing manual. And under status, there's expired. There's also FSBO draft, FSBO, and listing presentation. At the top of my screen, it may be cutting off for you, but the very first option is listing presentation. So with any of these statuses, you're going to get an opportunity to put in the homeowner's name and then just put in the home information. Stuff like this won't be really relevant, so you don't need to worry about any of that. Click save and add photo. Add a photo of the property. So what I recommend that you do is go take a photo of the property or get one from Google Street View, right? Finish adding that to your account. And then when that expired FSBO draft or listing presentation listing is in your account, you will see the opportunity right here, download listing presentation. So when you click that button, it literally takes about a minute or two to create, because what the system is doing, it's creating that 26-page branded presentation with the image and all the information of that property here that you added, so that the homeowner, right? Again, whether it's a listing presentation, or I must have closed it, whether it's a listing presentation, whether it's a FSBO that you're trying to go after, whether it's an expired listing you're trying to go after, you can show them that 26-page branded presentation. And for those of you that haven't seen it, if you go to listings, because there's a general one that you can use as well, at listings, listing presentation, right? There's a button right there, listing presentation. There's a pre-listing pack, and here's a 26-page property marketing plan. So this is the general one that you can use, right? When you just have a general listing presentation, or you just do general marketing. But when I got a specific listing presentation to go on for a listing for sale, an expired, or a FSBO, you can create them custom for that home. Did any of you ever know that? And I'm telling you, people are telling me, again, about every week I hear from someone, oh, I got a listing because I used the Listing to Leads marketing plan, the 26-page property marketing plan, and I got the listing, I got the expired, I got the FSBO. So use these tools. They are so powerful for you. So any questions for the week? We talked about ads, posts, short form videos. We talked about tools for the seller. So where it's your pending or sold or your listing, you got those tools for the seller to use. We talked about the new marketing packs from Listings to Leads. So we got marketing packs for the Case Shiller report from last week. We got the marketing pack for the NARS pending home sale from last week. I'm sure we got one coming out for this week. I'll try to find out what it's going to be and put it in the mastermind group. But we've also got others coming out as well. So again, I've already dropped this post into the GoToWebinar control panel. Take a look at this post, and a little bit later, we have a chance, go through this, make sure you understand it, right? Here's social media. Here's the part for email. And then I talk about video, because these videos that we're giving you, right? These videos that are in Listings to Leads for you, they're not meant to replace your beautiful face, your beautiful energy. You still want to do the other video. This is just meant to be a little bit more like the polished type of information transfer. We got this version for the pending home sale report, but then when you scroll down here to the bottom, you're going to see you are still going to want to do a quote unquote short form video, right? Where it's you talking and you're in the video, because that is going to get a lot more great views. With that, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm sorry I went long. I apologize for that. I know your time is valuable. You are all so busy. So if you have any questions on this, let us know. Let our support team know. Get into the mastermind group. Let us know how we can help you. And with that, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Database Mastery, where we're going to walk through how to start converting those leads that we generated from Social Media Mastery. So with that, everybody, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.